Hello everyone, welcome to Split View. It's me, Tom and Jordy.
Hey, it's me, I'm Jordy. And Tom's beautiful. He thought he got away with it.
This is totally the first time we're recording this and we didn't screw it up 5 times in a row.
No, we did not. It was bound to happen at some point, but we
Yep.
at least didn't make it through like any more than about 4 minutes worth.
It wasn't 4 minutes, it was like 1 minute maybe.
No, well, whatever.
I caught it because I'm a professional.
Now, I've done it a few times now,
Yeah.
and I still need to do my disclaimer here.
Okay.
So this is directed at my girlfriend.
Okay.
A few episodes ago, I mentioned that my favorite band, or one of my favorite bands, was Ocean Alley, and she got just unbelievably offended by that to the point where she had to bring it up to me. And I don't want to sleep on the couch anymore.
Okay.
So she showed me that band.
You have a nice couch though.
That it is a nice couch. Yeah, I would sleep on
Yeah.
there a lot, but I don't because I have a bed. That's the end of my statement. Now I can go back to sleeping in my bed.
Okay, sure.
Yay.
Alright. Okay. So, much like the Chernobyl episode, this episode's a bit different in that we're talking about a piece of media or a series of media. Actually, a TV show as well. We're talking about two TV
show as
shows.
well,
So,
yeah. And we both know what it is this time.
yeah.
Like-
we both knew what it was anyway.
In Chernobyl?
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we both know what it is. We're talking about Black Mirror,
Yeah.
Darkened Reflective Surface.
Yeah. I remembered a whole bunch of jokes and then I forgot them.
Nice. Worth it.
I want to title this episode something really cringy and like...
I was thinking like phone bad, book good or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I was gonna go like more kind of creative and more like edgy, like dark reflections from a black mirror.
Nice,
something
dude.
like
Dial-up.
really.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So many choices. We have a whole week to decide on a good one, I guess.
Yeah, whole week. That's how much time we have.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's like 6 days.
Nah, it's basically a week.
Actually, it does come down to 7 days because even though I have that script set up, I still forget to edit it, and then I'm furiously editing before before it turns midnight or even like 10 a.m. in the morning.
Nice.
So yeah, first of all, you did you rewatch any episodes?
I did.
Okay.
I rewatched about just over half of them that I knew were worth watching.
Did you rewatch the first episode?
I did not, but I do remember it.
What is the moral of that episode? Because I don't know.
That's
what
why
the
I
fuck.
didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Because so for people who don't remember, that's the one where
He
the guy fucks
the
a pig. With no context.
And
that's your reasoning. If you haven't seen Black
Yeah.
Mirror, then that's why you should watch it, because there's people who fuck pigs in every episode. Actually, that's
It's a good
that's
pilot episode.
that's the whole moral of the story.
Yeah,
Is like,
Don't
should you
fuck
really be
pigs.
fucking pigs?
it pretty much is. To
And
be honest,
honestly, I think the answer is no to that one. I know we talk about a lot of hot topics here
Yeah.
on Shitview, but we this
you
one.
disrespecting our podcast, my dude.
No, I just thought it was funny. That
Okay.
one time I said it, and I just
Yeah.
reminded myself
Sure.
of it. So yes, things talking about
What?
them.
No, like I'm still
I
caught
forgot
up
what I
in
was
this.
talking about after I made my sick joke.
The moral of the first
Oh,
episode.
the moral of
what the
fucking
fuck
pigs.
was
That's
it?
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they were just sort of testing their.
Was it just like a shock value? Like, hey, look at this
yeah.
new
I-
edgy TV show.
It was like, don't be a president because a
Hmm.
prime minister, because then you'll be made to fuck pigs.
Because it's like other episodes have a point. Obviously, there's another one which I don't quite understand the point of, but
Is it the one with the bear that becomes a politician or whatever?
the Mondo something.
Yeah, something like
I
that.
like that episode. I like
Okay.
that one. I know what the moral of that one is, but
Yeah.
the one Striking Vipers. Have you seen that one?
I don't remember the name of it, but what happens in it?
It's the one where the Mortal Kombat VR one.
Oh,
where,
yeah. Yeah,
that
that's
one
a
has
good
a
one.
very. I don't quite know what I'm supposed to interpret, and I guess it's just because the person I am, like, but
I think that one was just some guy's like this.
it's a fantasy. That's
he just
what
wanted
it is.
this to happen.
It's
like,
straight up a
it
fantasy.
got too steamy for me to
I want
believe.
that to happen, Jordy.
I believe. Well, what do you think we do when we're not
Yeah.
recording podcasts?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But like, I thought it was like a little too steamy to be moral.
I hadn't heard anything about the podcast. I mean, the podcast, that episode, and I
So, yeah.
went into it blind, and I was like, "Whoa, this is." They looked like porn actors. I was like, "Wait a minute, why can I like? Why are they wearing such revealing clothing?" And started touching. I was like, "Whoa, what is
Yeah.
happening here?"
Yeah, it's an interesting idea. I don't think that you'll ever be able to do that properly.
I think you can. I think we're gonna get to a point where that can happen.
In which case, are you gay? If you do
That's-
that with your homies,
Is that literally the
I think
point of the
that,
episode?
I think that's like just supposed to make you think. Like, can you really enjoy
That's like literally like, is it gay to like traps? That's what that argument is.
Yeah,
That's literally like,
it almost exactly is that.
that's what that is.
That's really funny now that I'm thinking about
And
that.
the thing is, the is it gay to like traps thing is a meme in the first place.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't, like, the answer is it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Like,
it really doesn't. If you like it, you
Yeah.
like it. If you don't, you don't. Who fucking
just be
cares?
okay with your insexuality.
Exactly. Just be comfortable, dude.
Yeah.
But like, it is quite literally. Now that you mention it, like,
That's literally the
is
whole
it
thing.
gay if you
Yeah.
and your homies fuck in VR?
Yeah, but she's like a girl.
Yeah. But
Okay.
but he's feeling it though.
Yeah, I guess so.
He is. That they were feeling it, right?
And then they like actually kiss in real life, and then I don't know whether we're supposed to interpret that there was like magic or not, or like was chemistry
No,
or
because
something.
they end up like not being with each other in the end, don't they?
They beat each other up, don't they?
Oh,
Don't
that's
they, like,
right. Yeah,
get
they beat the
arrested?
shit out of each other at the end because they're like two big burly men who
Yeah.
who beat their frustrations
black
out.
dudes.
Instead of beating each other's dicks, they beat each other
exactly.
literally. And I'm not a fan of that. I'm a fan of beating homies' dicks.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
So like so those have very muddly kind of messages, whereas another one, the shut up and dance one, you know, the one with the kid and the laptop.
Oh
Yeah, like the moral of that one, I guess, is not to judge a book by its cover and not to beat off the kids, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's a pretty succinct message.
Yeah, a lot of them like it's definitely like a straightforward message. It's not making you think.
Yeah.
I mean,
Isn't
they
that
are
kinda-
often like
yeah.
when the execution's good. Like my favorite one is, I don't know if you've seen this one.
I've
The
seen
one.
all of them.
Okay, well the two dudes are in the cabin,
Yeah.
and like the White Christmas episode.
White Christmas,
That
yeah.
one is like just fucking that got me, dude. Like I rewatched. I don't think I had actually seen that one. I thought I had watched it all,
'cause
but it was like
it's not a proper episode, it's a movie. So it doesn't show up in a normal playlist, it's a special.
right. Because like when it was in season 1 or 2 or something, and I went through and
It was in between season 2 and 3, I want to say.
Right.
Or 1 and 2.
and I watched that, and I'm like, that is just a brilliant execution.
Yeah.
And like, usually when I watch movies, or most of the time movies, I can immediately see the ending about 10 minutes into the movie. Just because, like,
Yeah.
every single movie
Too
these
smart
days
for the
follows.
movies, dude.
No, they just all follow the same formula.
I
It's
know,
like,
you've talked about this before, I get what you mean, yeah.
yeah, like it's just too easy for
Yeah.
me, and that actually fucking like got me at the
Yeah.
end. Like you know,
It was so abstract that I didn't realize what was happening at first. I thought they were on some sort of like Arctic research base. Like
so did I.
I was so confused, and then
Yeah.
it kind of it's revealing of.
And then I started to recognize the room they were in, like
Yeah.
through the episode, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is getting pretty fucked." And then
Yeah.
like their prison sentences in this world is being like an extra. Your like consciousness
You're
is
simulated for
transplanted
eternity.
into an egg,
Yeah, like
into a cookie.
Okay, with that episode, yeah, there's a very like there's a question, there's a moral, like, hey, it's not okay to simulate brains, or is it? You know,
Yeah.
do they actually feel the pain? Like,
And we've talked about this too.
yeah, we have to a limited extent. Like we
Yeah.
were talking about altered carbon and the like jail sentence thing, but I guess a lot of Black Mirror episodes are kind of about like brains, I guess.
Brains
Like-
and phones,
Yeah,
almost exclusively.
Yeah, well, there was like one episode about phones, the one with the stars and all that,
They're
like
all
nosedive.
about phones, dude.
I can't. Well, that's just the medium. That's
yeah.
It's about technology. That's what
Yeah.
Black Mirror is. Oh, good about
I think a Black Mirror is like a phone, isn't it? Like that's
Black Mirror. Do you know why it's called Black Mirror?
no.
Because it's a dark reflection of a world ruined by technology.
I've heard people call like a Black Mirror, like something a Black Mirror before, like it's a.
Because it's a dark reflection.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That would make sense.
Yeah. It's.
I don't know. I
it's-
thought it had a different meaning.
The point of Black Mirror is to show you what happens when humans get this like dangerous technology.
Yeah.
Like
it's
that's
true.
the point.
It's
Of,
true.
that's,
It's
I
like,
literally have that written in my notes.
I think it's a very important thing to happen, and the execution. And I'm glad they're all like different directors and stuff, and it's like all.
Are they?
Yeah, they're all different directors and like different writers and all that. For all of them, they get like a new person in for each one, I think. And it's like one, it gives a bunch of different people a chance to like have their creative outlet on like a well-known series, and two, it means like lots of different mindsets of being like
Lots of different.
like one person
viewpoints.
couldn't come up with all the episodes. No
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
No way. Like there's too many like abstract concepts and shit that like you just can't come up with as one person.
What did you think of that one museum episode?
Remind me again. It might have been one of the ones.
The one where that young black woman stops, like breaks down. She goes into a museum, and it's like a dude It's about the doctor who gets the helmet that lets him feel the pain of other people.
That's based off one of. So this is going to apply to such a niche audience here, but like one of my favorite things to listen to is the Ricky Gervais show. And
oh yeah. I thought about that as well when I was watching. It's like, wow, didn't Ricky Gervais invent this?
He didn't. Carl came up with that exact idea and two other like entire Black Mirror episodes.
Yeah, I remember that podcast. Yeah.
Like he literally like entirely came up with them.
Doesn't he say like wouldn't be great if doctor could feel patient pain?
Yep. Yeah, that's one of them. Another one is there's an episode where I don't think it's exactly, but Carl says like, what if you could scrap half of your brain and get like half of your loved one's brain, and that's in there. That's one of them.
That's the same episode as well.
Yeah,
like,
that's one of them.
That's kind of freaky,
and there's another
actually.
one as again where it is. I can't remember the other one. It's all about like transplanting yourself. The way he explains it is not great, given, but like word for word they took it, both of them, both of his movie ideas that he had.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was one guy died and like they transplanted his brain into Brad Pitt. He wanted to be an actor, and Brad Pitt died at the same time, and somehow they transplanted his brain into Brad Pitt, so he became Brad Pitt.
I think we talking about Black Mirror for a second.
Well, this happens as well. This is one of the episodes.
Yeah, Brad Pitt shows up in an episode of Black Mirror.
This is Carl's movie idea. They transplant his brain into like, and he's like, finally, I can be a good actor, because he was trying to be an actor and he sucked. But of course, he isn't Tom Cruise. He's still himself.
You mean Brad Pitt?
Yeah, Brad Pitt. I think it was actually Tom Cruise, now that I've said it out loud.
Okay, cool.
But it was like a real famous actor, right?
Yeah.
And he realized that, it's him as a person that's, the problem, not what body he's in or whatever.
Yeah.
But like his girlfriend had a thing for Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt, whoever it was. And so like his wife liked him more now and all that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, I'm starting to remember this.
It was like a big kerfuffle. And I'm pretty sure they took like it's the later end of the series that I didn't rewatch because I just didn't have time. But I rewatched most of the first series, and I remember both of them coming up. I'm like, hang on a second, I'm almost certain I've heard this before. Like this
I
whole.
don't quite remember that one being used. It might be in the same one, like
it was in like it was done not to that level, but it was like very very similar.
Okay, yeah. Like I guess one of the episodes that like really kind of got to me was the San Junipero one, I guess. San Juniper, the one where the old people are like connected to machines and their consciousnesses like live in an 80s realm and all that.
Oh yeah.
San Junipero, I guess. I don't know how to pronounce it. That one. At the time I saw that one, I was still kind of like terrified to death. I guess I still am, but like I didn't kind of how you kind of like at one point you're like you realize, hey, I'm dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like it just I think it's like literally an existential crisis. Like at some point in your life, when maybe you're 14, 15, or even past that, like you just kind of realize one day, like, hey, I'm gonna die one day. And maybe,
like you just like you have no idea when it's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen. You don't know what it's gonna be like, but you know it's gonna happen. Yeah, that's the only thing you know.
I was kind of like that fucked me up for like a week. I was just kind of like depressed, I guess, obviously.
Sure. Like I was actually sort of late to that. Like I had mine like maybe a year or two ago, where I was like, "Oh shit, dude, I'm not a big fan of this. Not that much." Yeah. Like,
my body is slowly eroding, and there's nothing I can do to stop it.
It still hits me. Like one day, I'll just like think about it. Like, while I'm at work, and I'm like, I get like, whoa.
When you're falling asleep, maybe as well.
Yeah. And then it just goes away now. Like I don't dwell on it. But
yeah, I saw that episode around that kind of time, and I don't know.
That's
just
a dicey one.
Yeah, it really upset me because I was like, hey, I want that to happen to me, and like, would I want that? Would I really want to live forever? And I've kind of decided, yeah, I would want to live forever. Like in
that simulated sense where it's almost heaven, right? In that,
it pretty much is heaven. Yeah, they have like they're literally re-experiencing the best parts of their life, like old bars, like that one lady. She grew up in a time when she was like suppressed, like sexuality wise, so she can like live out her like teenage years as a lesbian. Power to her.
Yeah, of course. Like
it's like literally it's heaven.
If you can, it's like the whole like flotation tank conundrum.
Yeah,
where it's if you were given the opportunity to program your perfect life somehow, And what you would have to do to live it is to, right now, as you are, go in a tank, and then you will never wake up and never exist again in this world. Like, well, you would, but you would be in the tank. Like, you would never be able to come out of it. Like, would you do it?
Yeah.
And, I mean, at the age I am now, no way would I do it. I don't think.
You wouldn't come out, or you wouldn't go in?
I wouldn't go in.
Okay.
Like, I've still got life to live. Like, I don't want it to be perfect now. I want to be able to, like, live through my life. Because, like, I've been through some shit, right?
Yeah.
And, like, that's what makes the good things good, right?
Yeah.
And I've still got many years to,
contrast.
like, what I would like to do is have a nice life, right? And as I'm maybe, like, not on my deathbed, but, like, I know I'm on my way out, then I'll get in. It's like, I've lived my life, I just want to be happy now.
Okay, sure.
Like, you know what I mean? I think that's fair. I think you should be able to do it if you like dying.
I had a dream one time. I think it was when I was like 17 or something. I went to bed, and my dream essentially was me like living my entire life. Like, I dreamed until I literally got married. I had like kids and all that, and then I died 90, and then I woke up. And you know how you wake up, you slowly start like forgetting your dream.
Yeah.
That like happened, but like over a lifetime, and I was just like fucked up for like an hour.
That's weird.
I had like this is a common thing apparently. Like I googled it like a while after, like I don't know how long after I googled. Like, I remembered it one day. I was like, wow, why the fuck did that happen to me?
Yeah.
I googled it, and apparently that's just a common thing that can happen.
Oh yeah, and they actually all have like meanings and stuff. Like if you dream about certain actions, like being chased and stuff, it means you're like anxious in your
it's like signaling kind of thing.
Yeah. Like so that probably means like you're anxious about the future or something.
Yeah,
maybe
it was
like,
around the time that I was like having existential crisis. So
well, there you go.
Definitely...
Like it could definitely be that. I'm not I don't know what the fuck you call someone who studies dreaming. Hippie.
I knew what the word was. I forget it, but yeah.
Stanley Kubrick.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of lived that in a mini kind of way. I don't remember any details of it since it's like long gone by now. But
yeah.
I remember waking up and just so confused. It was like that Rick and Morty. You know, they go to the arcade. Like, what was the game name? Like, Morty puts on the helmet and lives out like a life as like an old dude.
Yeah.
It had like there was one
like
name.
Peter or something. It was just a name, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just some like dude's name.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of like that where like I woke up and I didn't know like where the fuck I was. I didn't know who I was and all that. And I was like, wait a minute, that was a dream.
I hate
and
to tell you, Tom, but you're 90.
It. What's that?
You're 90.
Yeah.
I didn't want to tell you, but
okay, sure.
yeah, it's actually real.
I know. I like that made me really upset. Obviously,
I had a dream where cars were dogs.
Okay.
One day when I was young, that's like the one dream that I can remember.
Okay.
It was just every dog was a car, so they would just run around, well, drive around, I guess.
Yeah.
And no one questioned it, and you walked them on the pathway instead of on the road. There were still roads.
Dogs were houses.
No, there were cars.
Cars. I was thinking of the Rick and Morty episode.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Okay.
like I was just throwing a stick for a car, like a ute.
What? It was a little car? Like
No, full size car. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, full size car. I don't know. I never went inside.
How did it fit
I just
on
remember being on my front yard, which is
How
quite
did it
big,
fit on a sidewalk?
and then I don't know, just running over trees or something. I don't know.
You could probably program a Tesla to do that.
I would love to know what that means.
You should
to
tweet Elon Musk, hey, make a Tesla car dog mode where it like object tracks a stick and you can throw it and then it'll like drive itself to the
That's
stick
like
on the
a
road.
Tuesday afternoon for him. I'm sure he'd do that.
He fucking does that. Someone tweeted him, hey, can I have a mode where the aircon is on, it displays a thing saying my owner's going to be back on the screen?
Yeah.
And then a week later, Elon Musk was just like, yeah, here you go, bro.
Yeah.
And I think it has his name in there.
That's a cool
or something.
thing to do. That's
Yeah.
a very cool thing to do.
Yeah, like it just says, hey, my owner's going to be soon, the aircon's on and all that. Like,
I've seen that. I thought that was like a custom thing. But like that's really cool that's
you just
that's
tweet.
inbuilt.
Yeah, Elon's a man of the people.
He sure is. He's a good guy. I hope that like I was thinking about it because like now it's 2020, right?
Yeah.
Like when it's 2100, when people
finally will be 22.
when people will be when people are learning about the 20s, like
Yeah.
they'll learn about Elon Musk, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Like he's a guy worth like studying and all that shit. You know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, and it's I don't know. I was trying to think about like who would actually be remembered now in 20 years time, because like this day and age is like,
He's revolutionized. Like, well, he sparked
just
interest
gets
in.
bored and revolutionizes the world.
Yeah.
Like that's in like any avenue he wants to.
Like reusing like rockets that were sent into fucking outer space is like the most incredible thing.
Yeah. And
or
he
lower
just
stratosphere.
got bored and made SpaceX,
Yeah.
you know, send a car into space. Why not? Live stream that shit.
I totally want to get that screenshot printed out of like the car in space.
Oh, yeah, that's a dope picture. Get it like framed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I can't find a good resolution one.
Yeah. You get an artist to render one up for you?
Oh yeah, I could use Waifu 2X. Do you know what that is?
No.
So there's some fucking degenerate was on like a Japanese anime forum, and you know how on forums you have like profile icons?
Yeah.
People on that forum used like their waifus, obviously, and I guess he wanted them in high resolution, so he created a fucking neural network to up resolution, like up-res like 64 by 64 icons, and it works fucking perfectly.
That's fucking hilarious.
You can input an image and it'll like upscale it 10 times and like somehow know what detail was there, just because he wanted like high resolution icons of his
Tell you
waifu.
what, man, you never underestimate a weeb.
Yeah.
They always, you know, they have the power of God and anime on their
It's like
side.
an actual really good tool. Yeah. But it's a really good tool, and it's literally called Waifu 2X.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
It's so good.
Because it's like you want to use it, but because of the name, it's like, should I really be using Waifu 2X on my computer?
Yeah.
What if I die and someone goes through and sees that?
Isn't that crazy how like 5 years ago, like we were memeing on like the NCIS CSI Enhance meme, like, oh, this pixelated image enhance, and it suddenly gets better. But we fucking have that technology now.
Yeah, but we don't. It's not that easy.
It is actually that easy.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It's not like you press enhance and then there's an enhance bar that loads up and all that shit. Like
you can do that. You can.
Yeah,
you
I know
really
you can, but like it's just never as cool as NCIS.
Oh yeah, it's not going to be
like,
on a fucking big ass projector.
We have Apple Watches now, and I don't go around talking into it like James Bond.
Well, because you don't have an iPhone, Jordy.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I did have one, I didn't go around talking to people through the watch because it sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah, it sounds shitty and tinny, but people do that. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people just use the walkie-talkie.
Yeah, but you look like a wank
Oh yeah, but
when you do it.
if enough people look like a wank, then they don't anymore.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's called fascism.
That's called relativity, Jordy.
Yeah, there's a theory about that.
That's fascism. Yeah, that's what
dude.
that is.
I don't know what fascism is really.
Okay, sure. Let's not get into fascism, Jordy.
And that's all right.
Let's talk about World War III.
Fascism view.
Let's talk about World War III, Jordy.
World War III. Yeah, we're all
Yeah.
gonna die, except we're not, because it's not actually gonna happen. I don't think. But I mean, I know he's already big Donnie, one of our favorite people to talk about on the show here.
Yeah, we haven't talked about him in a while, actually.
Yeah, it's about time we did again, seeing as how he fucking just because he felt like it bombed the.
Yeah.
Wasn't he like second?
He didn't bomb. He
airstriked. He killed him.
He proved a strike on like an Iranian village that had like a military general who like was really high up.
He was the second in command.
And
like
got
he was
fucking
well
murdered.
decorated.
Yeah.
And he just airstriked him. Didn't put it through anyone. He just did it.
He briefed the Iranian government before he briefed Congress.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And now, did you see that they have the their red flag masted at half mast, which signalizes retaliation and a war.
Wow.
So in Iran, they've.
You said you don't think World War III is happening?
Oh, it's not going to be World War III. I don't think it's going to be something's going to happen from it.
Oh yeah, something's going to happen.
But I also don't think that they have the resources to make it a world war.
Well, that's the thing about
it'll stay in Iran. It won't come here.
It's a world war because like the world is involved. Like the I don't know my history. The First World War, like it was between two countries, and then they were like, "Hey, bro, we're getting into war. Do you want to help out?" And they like roped in other countries.
Yeah, I see. I really don't like, and I am gonna sound extremely fucking like naive.
Yeah.
In this, but I don't think that they have the resources because they've been diminishing slowly, like for a while now. Like the whole like Al-Qaeda is Al-Qaeda thing anymore? I don't even think so.
I have no fucking idea.
Like ISIS and all that shit. Like you never hear about them anymore because like all they do is
not
take.
popular anymore. They're not a meme anymore.
Well, not a meme, but like you just don't.
They were a fucking meme, Jordy.
No, they were a meme, but like
Yeah.
like you just don't hear them like blowing up schools or anything anymore. Like they
Do
don't.
they have blow-up skills?
Well, you know what I mean. Like
I
you don't.
thought it was Americans that killed themselves.
Yeah, they do. They do. But
I thought it was the
oh my
weebs who
you know what I
shot up
mean.
their own
You know what I
schools,
mean. All right.
Yeah.
You don't hear them like taking credit for anything, and that's all. That's all they
Yeah.
try and do now is take credit
Yeah.
for things that are like not even related to them. And I think that they don't have the means to make this a big war. I don't think they do.
I don't think ISIS is the one, like, in... ISIS are, like, separate.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just like, just in general, the Iranian
Yeah, but
army
the
just
thing
doesn't
with
have
that
it.
is that they could, like, walk up to North Korea's door and be like, hey, North Korea, you hate Americans, right? Do you want a chance at, like, blowing them up justifiably? And then suddenly North
Yeah.
Korea's like, yeah, okay, bro, we'll send missiles. That's the
Again,
thing.
like,
they don't need the resources.
Kim Jong's fucking stupid, but he's not that stupid. Because
he seems
won't,
like he-
they won't win. Like, he's stupid. He was like testing nukes and they just like fall out and don't
That's-
even explode and shit.
that's-
Like he's
Jordy, come on.
he's not even gonna fucking like
That's...
what?
They literally sent a Hwasong missile, like, over Japan, like, not too long ago. Like, a long-range ICBM missile, just as, like, a literally, like, that's like sending a dick pic for them.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, look at my cock.
Yeah.
They literally sent, like, a test nuclear missile over Japan, like, hundreds of kilometers away just to prove they could. So they have the fucking materials, dude.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I still don't think they'd win because enough people would team up
It
against
doesn't
them.
matter whether they win, Jordy.
Yeah,
if
but
there's
you have to-
devastation, that's a loss.
I guess, but like,
Well, that's a win.
surely, and I am not a war strategist either.
It's a strategist, Jordy.
Strategist, whatever. Strategist, whatever. Fucking cares. The same goddamn word. I am in no way one of them,
Yeah.
but surely I would consider like if I would be able to win before I started, right? If
Yeah.
you're gonna lose this many lives, surely you'd want to try and have a chance to win, right?
That's not even the point of the war, though. They don't give a shit about the lives they're using. It's just numbers for them. It's just human resources.
Yeah, but if you're gonna like people will drop nukes if this happens, right?
Yeah.
You want to irretrievably like just unbelievably damage your country.
2 nukes ended the war between America and Japan.
Exactly.
Jordy.
And I don't think it's going to stop with 2 this time if it does kick off.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter, like, whether they will win. They will cause mass devastation if they have nuclear technology, which they fucking do, Jordy.
Yeah, well, I guess. Now I'm all sad thinking
Yeah.
about it because I was in, like, a relative state of ignorance about it.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I'd like to hope it won't happen. But,
Oh, no one wants this to happen, dude.
yeah, except maybe Kimmy J and,
Yeah. Kimmy J. Isn't that like a female rap
that's some
rapist?
poor choice.
Rap-
Yeah, a female rapist. I
Yeah.
love all my rape fans.
Yeah.
I love rape music.
Okay.
I think if anything happens from it, either way, like you know how there's all the Reddit memes at the moment about like being drafted.
Yeah.
And so like that won't happen.
Feigning autism to not
Yeah.
be drafted.
Like if it'll be a long time before they actually have to draft people for it because a lot of people
Yeah.
still join the army and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's
There's a meme going around that Iran should wipe all of Americans' school debt so that they don't have a reason to join the military.
yeah.
So that's a what like.
That's a win-win.
Yeah.
everywhere.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I mean that's a big reason why.
It's not like they have the debts recorded on paper or anything.
Yeah. And I don't think they have the money to do that.
To hack into a computer?
Well, I
to
guess.
erase debt?
I guess. Yeah.
I can get you 26 kids on Xbox Live that can do it for free. You just gotta call their mother a whore. You gotta say you fucked their mum.
That's the code.
Yeah.
That's how you get in with a Xbox child. I really love how much of a change it's been for Xbox Live Chat because I was one of those kids like
Do people still use Xbox Live Chat?
no, surely not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't used Xbox in years, but like
I have an
it
Xbox
was
and it's
probably
collecting
about
dust.
fucking 10 years ago when I was playing. Now that's disgusting to think about. That's so fucking weird to me.
That it was that longer?
that
or
it was that long ago.
Yeah.
But like when I was playing Xbox, like you know, playing COD, Black Ops, and all that shit when that came out, which is a 12-year-old game, or something like that. Like what the fuck?
Minecraft is pretty fucking old by now, though.
Well, it's even older.
Yeah.
But like, no, it's not
Yeah, it came out in 2010.
because they just had their like 10-year anniversary edition.
Yeah, 10 years is a long time, though.
No, it is, but
It's not
like
older,
I
but
thought it was
it's
older.
old,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And when we
Even
were playing, like,
2009 it would be.
just the fucking obscenities.
Yeah, I'm
that
sure
you
there's
hear.
still obscenities though.
Oh, there is. I remember I was playing a game recently, like a week or two ago, of Modern Warfare, and some guy told me that, like, he singled me out, and he said, "I really hope that your children die of crippling cancer." He singled me out and took the time, because I was just shitting on them so hard, I
Wow.
guess, that, like, he felt the need to go out of his way and type that.
Okay.
And you know what? I was like, I always find that funny when that happens,
it is
right?
I mean,
It's
how
like,
else
and
you-
like, and it also makes me sad because of how sad they must be
Yeah.
to need to do that.
how deprived they are to do that.
Yeah, but then I'm like, you know what? COD still got it, man.
Okay.
This, it's still good to see this type of shit, because it mans you the fuck up, you know.
Still the same people on there, you know.
It mans you the fuck up a bit.
I guess,
when
yeah.
you're in a COD lobby in fucking, you know, in COD Black Ops 10 years ago, like,
Yeah.
you have to be able to take shit.
Okay.
You have to.
You have to be real toughened up, you know.
You do. Otherwise, like, kids these days, no way they'd last in there, man. Let's
Hey,
talk about Black Mirror.
I was just about to say, hey, we should
Yeah.
talk about the topic. Okay, so you watch Black Mirror, right? There's a common theme of simulating brains.
Yes.
You know. So, do you think we are going to get to the point where we can fully simulate a brain?
Yes.
Do you reckon that's a good idea?
No.
Why not?
Because it's fucked up.
What if simulating a brain can help us cure, like, psychosis by, like, probing and messing around and, like, simulating that?
No.
It's
Still
not
no.
worth it?
Because, like, you saw the episode where they like
seen all of
the White Christmas one.
Yeah.
Like, what they did to punish one of the people, like, well, not well, yeah, it was punishment. They were.
It's just a copy in ones and zeros, though.
It's a copy.
Yeah.
Of
It
an
doesn't matter.
exact
He's not
human
real,
life,
though.
but thinks
Jordy,
it's
he's
real.
not real. He's just a computer program.
But he thinks he's real, and you've copied a
How does he
person
think
who
he's
is
real,
real.
dude? He's just ones and zeros.
Yeah, but he's a copy of
Jordy,
a
he's just
sentient
ones and
fuck
zeros.
you.
Jordy, he's ones and zeros.
Yes, but he's ones and zeros that knows that he's ones and zeros. Actually, doesn't know he's ones
Jordy,
and
he's
zeros.
just a computer program
knows
stepping
nothing
through a
other
list
than
of
he's real, and
instructions.
all of a sudden he's in a fucking egg.
I'm playing devil's advocate, obviously.
I know.
I think it's a fucking scary
And
technology.
you know, like they did to that guy who, like, killed his daughter and all that shit.
Yeah.
They put him in there for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
That's how long they had. Like, you can just speed up the time in there.
Yeah.
And then, like, you just are living in there in a white room with nothing for 1,000 years with nothing to do.
But are they actually suffering, though? Like,
Well, yeah, you
that,
saw them
that
go
person's
crazy in
not.
there.
Here's the thing as well. So the point of the episode, like the question was that that dude in real life murdered someone, right?
Yeah.
And then they copied his brain onto a little, like, computer, and then they interrogated that computer.
Yeah.
So in this world, that is actual, like, justifiable testimony.
Yeah.
Like a copied brain.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because it's a copy of a brain.
I know, but
is
there's
them.
different. I don't. Maybe the copy didn't work. Maybe this dude's gone crazy from the copying. Maybe, like, I don't know, his brain. Like, I just don't see how that's, like. There's so many. I guess they've, like, perfected the technology, but that's fucked up to me. I don't. I just don't think that's, like. The brain's delicate, like.
Yeah, like if this ever actually happens,
Yeah.
which I really hope it doesn't. At least I know I can pretty safely say I
a
don't think it'll
slippery
happen in my lifetime.
Oh, I think it will, Jordy.
I don't think it'll be like a thing.
There is some
Like,
technology
it'll happen.
right now.
It'll happen,
Yeah.
but it will not be like in that episode.
It won't be
used.
common spread. It won't be.
Yeah.
It'll be like in a research lab somewhere. It won't be
Like
like.
self-driving cars, if that's a thing in like 20, 30, 40 years, that'll be happy about, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's good. No. There's literally nothing good can come from this.
I think
Literally
there is good.
nothing.
Like
you could try and research and all that sort of stuff, but like we have incredible technologies to research things anyway.
Yeah.
Like we don't need to do this.
Well, what I'm like. Okay, so what if you could, in this future of like 2050 or like 2060 or something, like far off, like where this would be feasibly like a thing. What if you could go to a store and then buy like a little hard drive thing? You connect it up to yourself, and that store's like a backup of yourself. And when you die, you can like be spun up again. Would you buy a technology like that?
No. We talked about this once.
Yeah, we talked about altered carbon, but
Yeah. But
why
no.
wouldn't you like that? You're essentially
It's cheating death. It's not like...
What isn't that like what humankind has wanted to do since like its inception? Not die.
But do you know
That's the point of
what
life, is to
happens when you
survive.
do that?
What happens?
Like, if you... Just think
You
about the
live
amount
forever
of
in a
stupid
computer?
fucking shit that's gonna happen when everyone knows they can't die.
Because it's you're not being put back into a body. You're like on a little hard drive or something. You can like, I don't know, connect to the internet or something. You get reincarnated as like a Google Home or something.
That's what everyone wants.
Yeah, I would love that. I would
Hey,
love
Jordy, play Despacito.
realistically, I would love to like be in a computer. Like I would love to just, I don't know, live on a computer. That'd be cool to me. Access the entire internet.
I mean, if we tie it back in, and
Yeah.
like my user data,
Yeah,
my person
your
was
brain.
like uploaded into
Your consciousness. What?
into like
No,
that.
your consciousness instead of
Oh
brain
yeah,
data,
sorry, yeah. Into the like the 80s themed episode, right? Like
San
if I
Junipero.
get put into a heaven,
Yeah,
right? There's a big database, Google Heaven Plus, right? Download it, $15 a month.
yeah.
Google Heaven Plus. You get put in there. That I would do.
What is the difference? You're still dead in real life, and your
But
brain
I'm
is
not
on a
affecting
computer.
anyone in this life anymore.
Do
Do you know what I mean? Like if
couldn't they visit? Couldn't people
well,
go
okay,
and visit?
if I am like, if you're literally just inserted into a drive and forgotten about,
Yeah.
that I'm okay with. But like, if you're talking about like reincarnating somehow, like using it to come back as like a
what is
cyborg,
wrong with that though? What is
because
wrong
like
with that?
it's then you are literally like, once we have that technology, what we come back as will be pretty damn close to what we were, right? We'd probably be able to feel things.
I'm gonna say like this future, you can't have like it's literally just like you're on a computer, you're on a laptop. Like
well, that's
haven't.
probably alright then.
Why is that alright though? Why is that different?
I feel like if you have the ability to come back as like a cyborg or something
Yeah.
like that, the amount of shit that's gonna happen is just, I don't even want to think about it. Like, do you see what I mean? Like, if you know right now that if
Yeah.
I shot you in the fucking face, that you would be able to come back and
I
never,
wouldn't
not
know
even.
since I haven't backed up my brain.
Well, it would probably do it while you were like existing. Probably it would just do it.
I guess,
right?
yeah.
And there would be literally no consequences. You would come
There's
back.
fucking consequences. I lose my body.
I'm saying you come back
Yeah.
in a body, you can still feel things. It's exactly like what you were
Yeah.
before. Right? The only thing is like you would know that I shot you in the face, right?
Yeah.
But you feel the same. It doesn't really matter, does it? Like, and you could do that infinitely.
I think it matters, Jordy. I think we would be no longer friends since you shot me in the face.
Yeah, well,
Like I think there are
that's
consequences.
fair. I'll give you that one.
There, like, this isn't like a new issue. This has been thought about.
Yeah,
you
I know.
Like this kind of shit. Like I've been watching Ghost in the Shell recently, standalone complex, and this is just a thing they can do in that world, and it seems pretty chill.
Yeah,
I would
sure
like
it does.
I would like a technology instead of like brain uploads. I would just like a little port on the back of my neck I can connect to a computer. I reckon that would be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah, but that's also a slippery slope into copying your brain. as
that's
well.
true. That's true.
Yeah,
It'd be like the whole argument where like the government's copying your brain
yeah.
when you insert yourself into a computer.
Wow, that'd be fucked up. Can you imagine police like covertly interrogating you? Like they sneak copy your brain and then interrogate it, and then
Or
they just
I'm
bust down your
thinking
door.
even more direct. They have something that plugs into you and makes you just tell the truth.
I'm. That's like about that though. Whereas I'm saying like.
But if you can't do anything about it, they plug it in. Like they have some sort of like police level tech.
That's freaky, but I don't think that'd be a thing though. Like, I don't think you can have something that can like control your brain like that. Like, if your brain's still in your skull, I don't think you can have a technology that like alters it. I don't think you can alter like this technology. It's just copying and simulating your brain, and you can connect like inputs and outputs to it. But I don't think you can alter the brain itself.
Right.
Or the consciousness itself. Whereas I'm saying, like, it would be freaky if we can get to a point where the police can put a virus on your computer. The next time you jack into your computer, they, like, copy your consciousness to the police
that's
station.
like wiretapping to the max right there.
And then they interrogate you, like, your copy, and then they just bust down your door and arrest you. And you didn't know
because
what
you
happened.
thought about doing something.
Because you've done something, but
and you know it.
But your copy was interrogated.
Wow, that's pretty fucked.
Yeah,
That's pretty gnarly.
Would that even be allowed?
I don't think it matters if it would be allowed. It would happen. If that
Yeah.
technology was there, it would happen.
That's kind of fucked up, actually. I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, that's a very, very good point, I think.
I like this kind of technology. I have a feeling it'd be like heavily restricted. Like there would be like, you know, software, hardware restrictions, but people can get over that shit, you know. So
Yeah.
I actually don't know whether we would like have this technology, you know. I reckon
think
it's
out of principle it won't happen because like there's like even some people, even the most fucked up engineers out there, even they know like if they
it's
do
a dangerous thing. Yeah.
like they have the potential to be fucked
People are
as well.
fucking creating AI right now, and we know that's a terrible idea.
Yeah, but like
People are actively working towards AIs that can think and feel and are connected to networks.
Man.
That's frightening.
Yeah, that's some Black Mirror shit.
Yeah, exactly. .tm. Look, it's a file type.
.org.
What is that file type actually like? I have a feeling I
don't know what a .tm is.
Yeah, I'm like that sounds familiar to me. That I'm feeling like I've encountered a .tm file before. I don't know. That's that's kind of a you know, what is the word? I don't know. A segue.
Segway.
Not a segue.
Somewhat.
A distraction.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are some of your other favorite episodes, Jordy?
I liked the one where I forget the name of it because my memory's
Just
terrible.
describe it.
So it's this lady who, and her husband, I think, who kidnapped a kid, and they make her, like they drug her every day.
Yeah.
And she wakes up and she doesn't know what happens because they drug her every night. And it's a theme park.
You're misremembering that to the fucking max.
I
know which one you're
ago.
talking about. It's the one with all the symbols that show up and shit.
Yeah, I watched it 2 days ago. It's a theme park.
Yeah, but there's no couple that's drugging them. It's the main dude who runs the fucking like.
No, the couple is who tortured and killed the kid. That's why she's living this. That's what happened.
Yeah, but
that's why they're doing this to her.
The episode just starts with her like waking up in some room, doesn't it?
Yeah, but like it gets explained. Like I'm trying to explain it from the start.
The way you described that was really strange.
Okay. Well, she the reason why what they're doing is they're torturing her every single day. It's literally like a theme park. Like you go there,
people can
to be involved,
go in with their friends
and what
and
you
shit.
do is she was an observer of a fucked up crime, right?
Yeah.
She filmed her husband beating the shit, killing a kid.
Yeah.
So they make her live in this world where a bunch of people chase her, trying to kill her, and there's people everywhere who just film her the whole time, like smiling, running, chasing her. They don't do anything, and there's like a bunch of like deaths, but you don't know that they're fake until the end. But like, you know, and they're just all filming. They don't give a fuck. They're just like dead to everything, filming everything as she's screaming for help.
That's kind of what they're acting out what she was doing.
They're acting out what she was doing. Like, they're making her live her own nightmare thing that, like,
Taste of her own medicine.
Taste of her own... That's what... Yeah, exactly. And, you know, it gets to the end and, like, they get to the main radio tower where they're trying to disrupt the signal. Like, there's a signal that makes her remember certain parts of what she actually did, and she tries to connect it every single day because she lives through it every single day.
Yeah.
And then she gets to the end, and then there's, like, a big curtain that lifts up, and there's an audience watching, and they're all clapping and all that shit, and they strap her to a chair, and they just, throw shit at her, and all that sort of stuff, and then they show her what was happening all day, that it was all fake, and that it was, they were just giving her a taste of her own medicine. They drug her up and make her watch the video of her killing the kid, of her filming, and then, them killing the kid. They drug her, and she wakes up, and it happens every single day.
Do you reckon that's, like, an okay thing to do? Like, does she deserve that? Is that, like, morally justified? Is that ethical?
No.
Okay, because if you said yes, I would call you a fucking hypocrite because you were not okay with the brain simulation thing, and that's essentially what that is. Like, she's been reset. She's living in this trapped, isolated world.
Well, that's true, yeah.
So it's pretty much like a brain simulation thing.
It's not okay. Like, I think...
It's like literally just torture.
It is literally torture.
Yeah.
Like and for pleasure for people as well. Like it's
literally, yeah.
Like
people get like
paying to do this. Like it's fucked up on every level. There's no way this would actually happen though. There's literally like it can't happen. But it's just not a good form of punishment either. Like you're not really learning anything from that.
Her memory gets erased.
But like even as an effective method.
It's just confusing her.
Yeah. Like, it's just like, it's it's not worth it. Like, I think putting someone in a fucking room with nothing in it for 20 years is like, there's a reason that hasn't changed, because that works. Like, if you don't have anything to do for like about 2 days, you go fucking nuts.
Jordy, I've just thought about something. So you're not okay with brain simulations, right?
Yeah.
Like of someone living at 20 years in like a Christmas room, right? Whatever it was.
Yeah.
But you're okay with people spending 20 years in jail or prison.
Yeah, because you did something to get there.
You did something to get into this brain simulation box anyway.
Well, what do you mean?
So that person that was being like interrogated, the dude figured out like what he was doing, and then he just set the simulation forever, right?
Yeah.
That's fucked up, right? That's not okay. But letting people rot in jail for 20 years is okay?
Yeah, but they did that without him knowing.
What?
In that episode where they put like where he's in the cabin and stuff, he didn't know that happened.
He didn't. What?
They put something. They drugged him and they put that in his head and they copied him. He didn't know that happened.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't his choice to do it. If it's your choice to do it, I guess.
I don't think it's anyone's choice to go to prison, Jordy.
No, it is. It is in a way. It is. But
well,
like, if you're a real person, and this is your real consequence for it, right?
Okay.
Like, if you're copying, you now have two of you, which I guess needs to be punished in a way for what you did, because they both know what happened and what they did.
Okay. Okay. This is another thing as well. Is it okay to delete that one that's looping endlessly?
I would again say no if you were going to do it.
So we should just leave it looping endlessly in a void in eternity?
Well, it shouldn't happen.
Suffering for millions
to
of years?
begin with.
What should be done with that copy then?
I would, again, if I'm thinking like of me, I would want it to be deleted, but I don't know if that's the right thing to do for other people.
Would that be considered killing it because it's a perfect brain simulation?
Because it's an exact copy of a brain. So
it's just ones and zeros on a chip in a computer, though.
But it doesn't know that.
It doesn't know that.
It doesn't know that. It's just like if you put me into this can of monster in front of me.
Jordy. It doesn't knowing that is just a calculation being performed on a CPU.
But it's an exact copy of me.
But it's just being executed on a CPU from ones and zeros.
I guess kill it then.
So, yeah, okay. Kill it.
Like cool. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to do it.
So what if you copy someone and then the original dies? Is killing the copy okay?
Well, it's just ones and zeros, right?
Yeah. So I don't know what the answer is, to be honest.
Kill it. Like this shouldn't happen.
Exactly.
There's no reason
it should not happen.
This should not fucking happen. There's playing God, and then there's like, I feel like that's above playing God, is duplicating people exactly.
I love this technology. I love this future of like brain connectivity with computers, but the point in which you extract a consciousness from a brain and then put it onto a computer is like the stopping point for me. It's like, no, don't do that. Do not ever do that.
No. Why? There's no reason for that I can think of. Is worth it.
That's the only reason I can think about right now is like ripped directly from the plot of Soma, is where they were developing a technology where they copy someone's brain and then they like experiment on it to help cure the person of like brain cancer.
Yeah.
Is that okay to do?
Assuming like say you agree to this, right? It's like a medical study.
Yeah.
You know what's happening when you go in. You can maybe like it's done by very high grade professional scientists, right? There's a board of big government agencies watching over this.
Yeah. Like,
and you agree to it, and then I suppose they would have to kill it off afterwards. Maybe you could pick. Maybe you could pick.
What would be done with it then?
Like maybe if it is just a PC, they could put it in some sort of external hard drive.
Here's the thing as well.
So hub.
So theoretically, this brain treatment that's being done on a virtualized like brain, they've got to, every brain is unique, so they have to prod around and poke around and like try things. So they'd be making millions of copies or hundreds of copies of this, just trying different things.
Yeah.
And they'd kill them off. Some would have brain damage, some would die. So your brain is copied and then simulated hundreds of times in pain and suffering.
Yeah.
Is that worth treating you? I don't know what the answer is, to be honest.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Because like I'm trying to think if I was given the option right now. Like, I myself, I'm not going to feel it, am I? At all. Like, there's no way I could. But I would know.
Okay, here's the thing though. So I have this weird like theory, and it kind of comes up in the game where when your brain is copied, there's a coin flip. Which one are you going to be? Like, which are you?
Oh, shit.
You know, so like
yeah.
when you get copied, you can imagine it like it splits off like a Y, and the left is like the original you, and the right side is the copy.
Yeah.
So what you are is like a coin flip. You could be the original still, or you could experience the copy. So what if you went into that machine to treat you to make a copy of your brain, and then you ended up being one of the ones that was like tortured? The original you would still be there, but you were the one experiencing that. Do you know what I mean? From that, from the perspective of that brain that's being like experimented on, it still has the memories. It's like if you look at its timeline, it got born, it survived, like, you know, it was raised by its mother, and then it suddenly went in for a brain scan, and then like after that point, it's like, you know, its timeline's just being tortured and then like deleted.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Chief.
So that's the thing. Like, you're going in saying like, hey, I won't feel this, but like, will you though? Like, will you not?
Well, that's a very good question. Like,
do you know what I mean by this theory thing? Like,
I feel like I don't think there's a way you could possibly master that. Like before, like I don't think you can ever account for that.
No, because
happening.
It's obviously the original you is still there, but like, what are you though?
Yeah.
Like, what is your like consciousness point? Like, I don't know.
At that point you have two, and that one will literally end up different to you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it cannot end up the same way as you, unless it was inside you the whole time, experiencing you. It would have the same like.
I'm not like you. That you're kind of talking about like the Black Mirror grain technology thing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of it more of like just a 1-to-1 copy. So you both are like functionally identical. You're just in different places experiencing different things. So you both can technically be considered the same thing. You just one is the biological original and one is the copy. Yeah. And then that copy is being copied 100 other times to be experimented on, like, you know, brain surgery shit, possibly like pain, tortured, and all that. Like,
nah, man, it's the big fucking no from me.
That is a terrifying prospect. Like, you sit in a chair, like, and then
maybe if you were like. Was one of those things you could put on like your donor card thing. Like, if you're on your deathbed, you can, like, when you give your body to science,
like a do not resuscitate but a do not emulate kind of thing, D&E.
or if you wanted to, you could, like, at that point, because when they could kill you off,
what would be done with you?
And then, like, at that point, you could very well be you at that point.
Yeah.
You're almost dead anyway.
Yeah.
And so, like, you can still be very helpful at that point. You know what I mean? Like,
what would you do though?
Like, you would either die when you copied your brain over, right? And then you wouldn't even know anyway. Or you would live in an eternal hell until they decided to kill you off.
Well, a copy can only be done before the brain dies.
Well, yeah, if you were on your deathbed, right? Yeah. Like, you haven't died yet. And you, like, ticked a thing saying, you've signed a form saying, I want to donate everything, including my brain, to science, do what you want. And then they say, all right, you've got like a month to live. Do you want us to do this now? We can give you a quick, easy end. We'll just copy your brain, stick this in your head. Off you go. Have a nice sleep.
What would they do with the brain, though?
Well,
what would they do with the consciousness, I mean?
Well, then you've already got like a thing to work with, because if they're dying, they've already got a pretty big illness.
I mean, like, what would... Okay, oh yeah, like, you're thinking of it more of like treatment, like if they had like I don't know, like psychosis, like psychosomatic injury kind of thing, that could go to medical.
Yeah, they could use that as like a basis, and then they can, like, if they recreate it again, they could go like, well, what if we try this? Would this have fixed it? Would this have this, that, the other?
Okay, I get
like,
you now.
You've lived your life. You're not technically living after one or two iterations, right?
Oh my god, can you imagine if like one of those things was being like someone's personal AI assistant? Like, on your deathbed, you can choose to be like a Google Home or something. You just live your life, like, just turning off and on light bulbs and stuff.
Fuck that. What the hell?
That's kind of what the Black Mirror episode was.
Dude, think of... Oh, yeah, the Mother
that's what it was,
one.
Yeah. Holy crap, Jesus Christ.
I would never want to fucking do that, because... Do you know how people treat those Google Homes? I treat them like shit.
Treat my Google Nights very nicely, excuse me.
I don't. I say like, hey
please and
bitch,
thank
shut
you.
the fuck up. And all
You've
that
called
stuff.
me out on saying thank you to it one time before.
Yeah, because it was weird. Because I treat it like a fucking, like a dog.
I've been speaking to mine in Japanese a lot recently because I'm trying to learn.
Because I treat dogs very nicely.
What?
I'm just trying to stand up for myself there.
Okay,
'Cause
cool.
I said I treat them like a dog, but I treat dogs very nicely. So
I've been speaking Japanese to my one a lot recently because I want to try to learn like basic phrases, and I feel bad for it trying to understand my like sloppy Japanese endlessly. I'm just shouting at it like.
it's a computer, Tom. It doesn't know. It or
Does
care.
it though?
Yeah.
What if this is a real thing I've thought of? What if Google are actually recording how many times you say thank you and please to your Google Home? Because they have the audio logs. They have the transcriptions.
Why?
I don't know, Jordy. What if
They could
like
probably also like calculate the amount of
this is the
times you
thing.
say put on gay anal hentai on the TV room.
well they have that
TV.
data anyway. Like
Yeah.
when you speak to your Google Home, it goes to Google and then they save it on your account. But what if like they were okay, what if they're not actively saving it, but then Skynet takes over and then uses that data to see how friendly people are towards AI?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would
I don't
be
think
okay.
they get good responses there. I don't think many people are nice to their Google Home.
I say please and thank you almost every time.
I never do. I just say like blank,
Okay.
set a reminder for 1 o'clock or
Yeah.
something like that. Like I don't say, hey blank, can you please set a reminder for me? Thank you. Because they're my bitch. I paid for them.
I
You
guess
know?
so, yeah.
It's my slave.
I think that's illegal, Jordy, paying for someone to like
That's my slave.
exactly. I think it's illegal to like pay for like beings to do shit for you, so
Nah, it's not. It's cool being an assistant.
there might be some issues there. We're almost at an hour, so
Yeah, I know. Did you have anything else to talk about?
I feel like that's a pretty good like wrapping up point.
Yeah,
so.
sorry if we didn't get to certain episodes that you wanted us to talk about.
Yeah.
This was actually an episode that was
I mean, we more have talked about the moral concerns, like that's kind of what we do, you know.
yeah,
Talk about
and
this
if
kind of shit.
you like, this episode was actually quote unquote fan suggested,
Fancy just-
and well, it was. I mean, my
From your
girlfriend's
brother.
brother Ben.
oh, I thought it was your brother.
No,
Okay.
Benj, my girlfriend's brother. He really wanted us to do an episode on Black Mirror, so I hope you enjoyed this one, Benj, and
Okay.
anyone else who's listening who enjoyed it. If there was anyone's, just let us know and we'll maybe talk about it another time. Again, if you do want to talk to us, where do you go, Tom? Tell them.
What?
You go to the Discord.
Yep, go to Discord.
On
Clown Roleplay.
Yeah, look it up.
Also,
on,
go to @NotTomGoff for a stupid selfie we took before we recorded.
yeah, if you want to
maybe.
see what we
Yeah.
look like, then you can go on there
Yeah.
and jerk your little ding
You
dongs
see
to
Jordy
us.
awkwardly holding up the peace sign.
Yeah, man, because I'm comfortable in pictures.
Yeah.
That's how I am. That's why we do a radio show.
I've like
because
given
I'm
up
comfortable
on.
showing myself a lot.
I've given up on looking comfortable and I just make stupid expressions.
Nice.
So yeah.
All right, we'll see you all next week. Thank you for listening for 10 weeks straight. Wow, that's still crazy to me.
Nice. Cool.
We've done 10 episodes. All right, see you next week. It's my week. Bye-bye now.
Goodbye.